who we have winning the series and kind of go from there. So Pacers Bucks, like I said, if I would have recorded this earlier, I would have given you the Bucks to pull the upset on the road in this 4-5 matchup. Of course, Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to have to put the team on his back, which he has done. He has about 30 points right now in this game. Luckily for the Bucks, Dame Lillard was cleared to come back and play this season. He was dealing with that deep vein thrombosis. Prognosis on that could have been anything. Could have been career ending. We've seen a similar situation with Chris Bosh, and we see the same thing going on right now with Victor Wembanyama. So I think the Bucks are in for a tough series. Like I said, they're making a little run now. Could come back and do better in the series. They will not come back in this game that we're watching right now. But it'll be interesting to see how the rest of the series shakes out. Seeing this game and getting a preview of the series, Benedict Mathurin has played awesome. This is his first playoff series. He was hurt last year. He stepped up big time and has been a big force in this game one. I think we'll continue to see him play well. Tyrese Halliburton has played just as outstanding as he's played all season. And of course, again, it looks like the only offense that the Bucks have at this point in time is that of Giannis Antetokounmpo. So they're going to have to find some other guys to really contribute, some other guys to make some big shots and to help him out until Dame comes back. But if I got to pick a team to win this series, I'm going to go with the Bucks prevailing, making some adjustments after this game one. And I got the Bucks winning this series 4-2, so in 6 games. Moving right along, next up, today on the slate, we've got the Clippers and the Nuggets. Now, the Clippers come into this series winning 8 straight to finish the season off, finishing the season 9-1. Kawhi's healthy. James Harden is playing at an excellent level. They're playing great together. The Nuggets came into this game limping. Mike Maloney was fired, NBA championship winning coach. Just a lot of changes. The GM fired as well. Westbrook kind of melted down about a week ago in a huge matchup with the Timberwolves that had playoff implications. And they come into this as the 4th seed, but again, what will we expect to see? I think we'll see, a big game out of Jokic today. I think he'll be big in this entire series. He's vying for that MVP, competing with SGA right now. Earlier in the season, I would have said SGA, but just seeing Jokic and his dominance on the court as I watched some of the last few games, I got to go with Jokic winning that MVP. I think that the Clippers will steal game 1 in Denver tonight, and I think they'll win this series 4-2. Denver will have to go back to the drawing board after firing their coach. They will not win this series. So I got the Clippers winning the 4-5 matchup, which is always tricky when you think about NBA playoff series. Up next, we got the Knicks and the Pistons. This is the first time in 30 years that the Knicks are playing the Pistons in the playoffs since, I think, 1992. So actually a little more than 30 years. Detroit has won 3 straight against the Knicks. So they've dominated this series this year, 3-1 in favor of the Pistons. The Knicks have Jalen Brunson, who's healthy now. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. This team is stacked with talent, but it's going to be interesting to see if that translates. They needed to translate. The Knicks are in a win-now mode. Losing here to this young Detroit team would be devastating. But again, the big thing about it, this Detroit team is physical. They play good defense. They get up and down the floor. You got Malik Beasley, who almost won the 3-point crown this year. He lost it in the last game to Anthony Edwards, who beat him, I think, by just 1 3-pointer. So they got a guy that can shoot, that can stretch the floor. What impact will Malik Beasley have on the series? And, of course, Cade Cunningham. And we know he's going to come to play. He's going to be effective passing the ball and scoring the ball. So it'll be interesting to see what shakes out in that series. I'm going to take the Knicks winning this series 4-1. I think the Pistons are a great team. They're still young. They still got a ways to go. We got the Knicks winning 4-1. Timberwolves Lakers, last matchup of this beautiful Saturday. Timberwolves coming to the playoffs 8-2 over the last 10 games. They won 3 straight. They really needed to step it up near the end of the season because they could have been in the play-in, but they did everything they could to avoid that, and they were successful in doing so. The Lakers 6-4 the last 10 games. We saw glimpses of what the Lakers could be after the Luka trade. I don't think we've seen them at the apex just yet. Playoff Luka, 35, 10, and 8, somewhere around there are his averages. I think we see a big game from Luka in game one. I think LeBron beats Father Time out again. Of course, they're in a win now mode. I think we see some glimpses of Showtime in this matchup. We know what Anthony Edwards is going to do. Like I said, 3-point champion. He's going to shoot better than 40% in this series from three. He's going to give the Lakers all they have. The Timberwolves are a good defensive team with Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert. But I got to go Lakers. I got the Lakers winning this in 6 games. So I got the Lakers winning 4-2. And I'm going to take the Lakers winning at home tonight to start the series off. All right, moving right along, we got the Thunder and the Grizzlies. Not a whole lot to say about this series. The Thunder come in, winning 4 straight, 8-2 over the last 10. They got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, MVP. They got a solid team around him of guys that can score and can get him the ball. The clip at which he's getting to the free throw line right now is unbelievable. I think, we see them dominate the series. They dominated the Grizzlies on the regular season and swept them. I think they do the same thing here in the playoffs. The Thunder sweep the Grizzlies 4-0 in this round 1 matchup. Celtics Magic, 2-7 matchup. Both teams come into the playoffs fairly hot. Paolo Banchero has been hitting on all cylinders. You got role players like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Wagner who are going to play well for the Magic. But it's the Celtics, defending champions. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum healthy. I think they step up and win big. And I think we see a gentleman's sweep. I think the Celtics win this one 4-1. The Magic are right on the cusp of being an elite team, very good basketball team, but it's just not their time yet. Got the Celtics, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Al Horford and company, winning this series, gentleman's sweep, and continuing on that quest back-to-back championships. Cavaliers Heat 1-8 matchup in the East. Cavs lead the season series 2-1. A couple things to call out here. The Heat have played, a tough schedule here. They had to go to Chicago in the play-in. They beat Chicago. They went on the road to Atlanta. Had to play Atlanta to get into the playoffs, to get that 8 seed. They still doing business. Tyler Hero had a huge game. Davion Mitchell stepped up in overtime on Friday night to just hold off Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks, who look like a promising young team as well, to make it to the playoffs. I think they'll do well in this series. Again, the Cavs are one of the best teams in the league, second best record, great home record. I don't see them winning any games in Cleveland, but I do think they could still win at home. So I got a gentleman's sweep in this series as well. I got the Cavs winning 4-1. Rockets Warriors to round out our playoff matchups. Rockets are the 2 seed, Warriors are the 7 seed. That can be deceiving. The Warriors have been on a tear since they traded for Jimmy Butler. This combination of Jimmy Butler and Stephen Curry, we know what Jimmy Butler does in the playoffs. The averages are off the chart. He steps up big in these games. He did what he had to do for them to win in the play-in and beat the Grizzlies, secure that 7 seed. I think we see a lot more of that here. There was a little, back and forth between the Rockets, head coach Ime Udoka, Stephen Curry, just about a week ago. It was all good just a week ago, right? No, it wasn't. It wasn't good between these teams. There's a lot of beef. You got Dylan Brooks on one side who's liable to crash out at any given moment. Draymond Green, we know Draymond crash out. We know what can happen. So it's going to be interesting to see if any one of them, gets kicked out of the game at some point in this series, gets suspended, anything like that. You never know with these two on the court at the same time. But I think this Warriors veteran team knows that the door was closing on them. Some might have thought the door was closed earlier in the season. They got Jimmy Butler. There's a new sense of excitement in Golden State right now. And I think that is enough to get them past this young Houston Rockets team who's going to run. They got weapons, Jalen Green, Fred